Just huh? Just dance.
That used to be
Yeah,
my shit.
just dance. It'll be okay.
I bet.
Knowing he was just listening to that song yesterday. Do the DANCE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On God. My bets are off. Drake. Drake. Drake is my favorite artist. Is the best at what? Duh. No, it's Drake and Future. They've never made a bad song. Top 3 what? First of all, Young Thug. First of all, Young Thug better be in your top 3. What? Are y'all crazy?
All right, coach, they've got right around
He's better than Dolph. Like what?
At AT&T Stadium, and with the roof closed and the bottled waters
Y'all are
flowing,
crazy. Y'all are crazy. Thug is wrong. Okay, yeah. Adios. Adios to the convo.
No exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle.
This nigga Meek Mill goes to start arguments. Like his ex is like boyfriend.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down.
Meek Mill soft as fucking bunny pussy. Meek Mill probably will get beat up, no cap. Dude, there's only a couple rappers who I really legitimately shoot.
Ready? 8, read. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Kill, kill, kill. SOS. Check 52. Check. Fresno. Look, squeeze. Check.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott.
Like, are you kidding me?
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance.
The first play? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, so my defense is fucking lost.
As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
Nah, I'm just talking.
And he hits pay dirt. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with
Let's get it back.
He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
For what?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun on third down, Hodges. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Hodges. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Hey, Alpha. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Too little, Hit it.
Hodges here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
What in the world are you talking
this
about?
Next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Right there.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Got an open It's Harmon. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss.
That is definitely worth it. Don't let nobody ever tell you otherwise.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
That is perfect, nigga. You don't gotta sweat. You don't gotta fucking break your damn back. Like what?
The Dallas offense,
nigga, that's just facts. Period. You feel me?
Than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Oh,
Tell
yeah,
them
nigga,
they
you
control
good.
your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win
Pick that
first down. You
shit,
win
Cole.
second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10 now. Hodges. That's complete to John Ross.
I forgot to say
And he'll
that.
go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Hodges looks to throw on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check Mike 54, line 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Right there.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is caught. What a catch inside.
Dude, this nigga Bryce
the 5.
Love just mossed
They're able to
Leighton
convert
Vander
on
Esch.
3rd
That shit was
down,
the
and that
fakest shit I've
sets
seen
up
in my
a
life.
1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins have taken the
Call of Duty
lead.
gets boring to the point where you start doing
Extra
crazy
point
shit.
splits the uprights, and that makes
Like,
the
I had a
score
class that was
14-7.
riot shield knife at one point.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Hey, that song with Eminem and Juice WRLD kind of heat. Niggas hating on that shit. Hell yeah.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
Oh, Cole
But
just
haven't
got
they proven
hurt.
They can go down and score. So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Really?
The run got 4.
I ain't gonna say I loved them, but
Second
shit.
6. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Here's Hodges looking to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
This nigga Cole Holcomb tore his shoulder in the last game of the season. Tore his shoulder in the last game of the season. You fucking kidding me? Off a routine tackle.
Around the NFL.
What? Dave, please tell me what you think I'm talking about.
Books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
No. No. No, Cole Holcomb. My linebacker.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he gets a good head of
Ah, he did not get out of bounds.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second down, Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down.
Ah, shoot.
Nice run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts. To do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
Oh, what the world?
30.
Are you kidding me? Just because his name is John Ross, bro.
Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
All day, dog. Mike 5-4. Time to go, night. Hey, watch that. Come on. 54. Oh, yeah.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Complete, Richardson has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Who's getting locked on by a missile?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. Come on, get the flag. Check. Watch 54. You bet, sir. You better be afraid of me. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, Redskins.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch it.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd down, Love. And the ball
Oh, this nigga fumbled.
Lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Oh, my God.
At the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Hodges. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hodges, he sets to fire deep.
Let me get that.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Geis. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins.
This nigga Jordan Reed dropped the ball, bro.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hodges, open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hodges now. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 7 yards there and a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you'd think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Hodges. And that will be
Troy's on that
incomplete.
shit.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
This nigga Bryce fumbled that fucking
Out
ball.
there
I
ready
cannot
for this
believe
next
that.
drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. Third down here. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
To throw on third down. Hodges. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. They're going on fourth down. It's Hodges. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Going deep downfield for Ross. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Yo, are you kidding me? That's a blown coverage. Madden, like, what the fuck, dude?
John Ross with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
Like,
as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Forbath, the extra point. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Love. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up, dog. Kill, turn it up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Geis. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all.
There we go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Switch, switch, switch. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Washington, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong
See how I want my money back. I don't want to go no more. Wow, he's out for the rest of the fucking season. That's crazy.
My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious.